Anniversary, 1 year since St. Louis County Police Officer Blake Snyder was killed in the line of duty.
Officer Snyder was shot point blank, murdered as he responded to a call in the early morning hours of October 6th in Green Park, that's near Afton.
News 4's Lauren Traeger sat down with his widow, Elizabeth Snyder, as she reflects on the last year.
A funeral watched by thousands. Officer Blake Snyder, a hero, laid to rest. His widow beside herself with grief in the cemetery. Ever since, Elizabeth Snyder says she's not yet been able to go back.
It's going to be a reminder. And I realize that other people are different. Everyone sees it differently. I know that Blake's parents go all the time, and that's really good for them because it's kind of a healing thing. For me, it would be like a thorn. Like, one day I'll have to pluck the thorn out and just go, but I'm not ready.
Blake, her best friend, with her every day. His wedding ring around her finger now. Some days harder than others. Focusing on son Malachi, her joy helps. Just last week, marking his third birthday, the first without his dad.
He doesn't so much so ask where is Daddy anymore because I've so instilled in him that Daddy's in heaven with Jesus. That's what I say. And whenever we see his picture somewhere, he'll be like, oh, that's Mommy, that's Daddy. Oh, Daddy's in heaven with Jesus. So that's kind of what he's getting to say more often now. He doesn't really ask, where is Daddy? Because he knows where he is. And it's not as hard as it was at the beginning.
There's been some healing. A new home, for example.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't go and sleep in our bed. So I had to move. And that's been really good. It's been really good for us. And starting over new, starting something different has been really good.
The support, she says, has been good too. A number of dedications in Blake's memory. Opportunities to share his story with others.
Support has been overflowing from strangers as well. So I will always be so blessed that this community has rallied around us during this time, and they still do.
But she's faced some criticism also for speaking her mind, often advocating for law enforcement, most recently in response to protests over the Jason Stockley verdict.
They put that riot gear on so that they can go home to their families at night, you know? My husband had armor on that night. He had armor, and that didn't save his life. So if they can try and wear the armor to save their lives, go for it. I'm all for putting every kind of protection that they can get on them.
Her hope, only to help.
We can work on trying to listen to each other's sides, cops listening to them listening to cops. So maybe it'll change one day. If I can help, I will.
And maybe one day down the road, a chance too to love again.
I hope to love again, I will say. I hope to be happy in that way again because I am so young and because Malachi is really young. I hope that one day he'll be able to have a father figure in his life. No one will ever replace Blake in his life in that spot, but there's always room in our heart for more, and I hope that he and I can both have that again one day when we're ready.
1 year after his death, Blake's a representation, she says, of the best of law enforcement and of us. Though he's gone, a symbol now of kindness, love, and ultimate sacrifice.
I have a feeling he won't be forgotten ever, and I won't ever let that happen.
You can tell that she is so strong. She's tried so hard to be so strong, but also that pain is still really fresh for her. She's still obviously very struggling with this.
Sure.
A year later.
Did you talk at all about what she's going to do on the actual anniversary of his death, which is this Friday?
Yeah, we did ask about that, and she said she wants to just spend some time with her family and with her son. Of course, she just wants to hold them close and so they can comfort one another. But she has also been patiently waiting for a trial for her husband's accused killer. It's been a year, and there's been few developments in that case. So coming up tonight at 10, we're going to take you inside that case. We're going to ask Elizabeth what she wants to see happen and whether or not she's been able to forgive. We did ask that question to her, and you're going to hear her answer coming up tonight at 10.
All right, we'll see you tonight.
All right,
Thank you, Lauren.